Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, for giving me the spirit to do the lesson on today. Loving and feed you lamb and sheep of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this 100% truth according to the spirits to be Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth in sincerity, and peace and blessings out there to you hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect here. I'll say shalom. And once again, I want to say call halal, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, forgive me the Harachakwadash, the Holy Spirit, to do this lesson on today. We're willing to feed you lamb and sheep of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. And I want to go into through the pound spirit Yahweh Bahashem Shai. As we was at Camp Friday, I was with the elders, and listening to them, and the elders was going into how you niggas need to take the Roach approach, Now, what does that mean? You niggas need to take the Roach approach, And really, because we know niggas not going to take the Roach approach. We know there's a select group of men of the nation of Israel that will conform to the image of Yahweh Shai via the elect. It's going to be the elect, the nation of Israel. They're going to take the Roach approach. What do we mean, take the Roach approach? Well, as nasty as Roach may seem, they're not to be eating. They play a large purpose in the ecosystem of the Lord that the Lord had created. They play their role. Like the scripture say, the Lord had created all things for his will, yea, even the wicked for the day of doom. It's not just talking about, humans on earth. No, it's talking about all the creation. The Lord created everything to have a purpose. And Esau's purpose created to be destroyed. Same thing how the Israelites' purpose created to be that physical extension of Yahweh Shai and to carry out his will on earth. As it says, what it should be done in heaven should be done on earth. That same order in the heavens is going to come to the earth, being the kingdom of heaven. And Yahweh Shai is sitting on the throne of David. But nevertheless, I just want to go into the aspect of the Roach approach, because the Roach, as nasty you might it is, because the roaches are nasty, but they are what? They're useful to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Why? Because they do what they're supposed to do. They're not sitting here being out of order. The roaches are not sitting here doing what they're not created to do. As a matter of fact, we could just, look up what is the purpose of a roach, It says, they say cockroaches are a food source for other animals, and they play an integral role in the release of nitrogen, which is used by plants. Without cockroaches, the plants would suffer, and plants produce oxygen, and without air to breathe, humans can't live. So it's a full circle, man. If roaches didn't exist, like I said, they wouldn't produce nitrogen for plants. Because y'all learned about photosynthesis, the nitrogen and things like that, bring forth the photosynthesis and things like that, And then it even says right here, it says actually extremely beneficial to our ecosystem, explains cockroaches are the world's cleanup crew, helping break down dead matter so it could turn into soil. And what happens when they break down dead matter? It turns into soil, which means it goes to being fertilizer. See, roaches are beneficial, and they're doing their role. Roaches are doing their role, showing their usefulness to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And that's what we're supposed to do as servants. Us being servants of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, we have to show how useful we are. As brothers use the word asset, we got to be an asset to the ministry. You can't be an asset to the ministry being a nigga or moving with those nigga characteristics. Because a nigga, you can't think of nothing niggas bring good except for one thing, and that's the fact that they fulfill prophecy. But other than that, they don't do no good. Like the scriptures say, let the multitude that was born in vain. Let the multitude perish that's born in vain. That's talking about you niggas. The Lord, they was born in vain. Now, of course, at the end of the day, they're going to fulfill the will of the Lord of dying, coming back, but at the end of the day, they was born in vain, empty. There's no use for niggas. So you don't want to be that in this ministry, especially in these times, man, seeing how the Lord is moving throughout the earth and how he has Esau moving. You want to show how much of an asset you are to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And another thing too, it's going to look different for every type of brother, because every type of brother has a different skill, different talent. You might not even know what your talent is exactly, but the base talent that every brother has is to be a ministering brother, to serve one another. That's the base thing. What did Yahweh say? Yahweh say, this law hang all the prophets. Like, I'm going to get it right quick. It's Matthew 22:40. It says, let me read it. Let me go up. This is Matthew 22 and verse 30. It says, Yahweh said unto them, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. Right? This is a command. Love the Yahweh with all thy heart, mind, and soul. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So on those two commandments, you pretty much, you fulfill the whole law. Love the Lord with all thy heart, mind, and spirit. What it's going to lead to you. If you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, keep my commandments. Kiss the son, lest you be angry. You're going to do those things that's going to show your usefulness to Yahweh Shai, because the Lord said, if you love me, feed my sheep. Us being his servants, his slaves, Scripture said we are a bond unto him, slaves. We gotta show our usefulness to him, because we're slaves unto Yahweh Shai. A useless slave, think about it in Babylon. If a dude that's going to work and he's not doing the status quo, he's not doing what he needs to do at work, Esau gonna get rid of him. That same thing with Yahweh Shai's business, man. If you're not useful, he gonna get rid of you. Simple as that. Like it says, this hangs on a lot of prophets. Because look, what is treating our neighbors ourselves? You wouldn't want nobody to do this unto you, so you're not going to do it unto them. And that's going to help you fulfill the whole law. Thou shalt not steal, especially when you go into the 10 Commandments. You know what I'm saying? Of course, at the end of the day, we can't keep all the commandments. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's through our faith in Yahweh Shai that's going to allow us to get salvation. You know what I'm saying? The one that had the blood of Yahweh Shai upon them. But we keep the laws to the best of our ability. But Yahweh Shai just gave, these are the two major laws that's going to help you fulfill them. You know what I'm saying? Right here. But going back, you know what I'm saying? That's going into you. That's part of showing your usefulness. You know what I'm saying? Because you being obedient, Because I want to get to this is in Galatians chapter 5, verse 13. It says, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, which the liberty is what? This grace. This grace. The Lord has given us an opportunity to turn back to the obedience of the scriptures, right? So he said, don't use it to an occasion to the flesh. So don't use it to fulfill the lust of the flesh, what a lot of these niggas are doing. They're not showing their usefulness to the Lord. They're being niggas. But it says, but by love, serve one another. Be minister. That's why it's called a ministry. Look at the greatest example, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, he taught the disciples minister. To minister unto each other. Serve one another. He that is great amongst you shall serve thee. Salakia. But we gotta be in that, and you gotta be in that servitude spirit, man. And the reason I'm bringing this out because when a lot of times you bring out talents, brothers, what's my talent? I gotta find my talent. The end all be all, you just need to be a servant. You just need to serve your elders, and you don't even just gotta serve the elders, serve the brethren. That's one thing too, brothers will get caught up in, oh, I gotta serve the apostles, I gotta serve elders. Yeah, you gotta serve them, but just how Yahweh Shai is in them, Yahweh Shai is in that brother next to you. You don't know who that brother is next to you. You don't know who that brother is that you see on a day to day. You don't know who that brother is that you came in with that's been in for 3 years and you've been in for 5. You've been in more longer than that brother, man. You don't know who's in that brother, so you gotta. But that don't change the fact. It's like you don't know who is that brother, but that don't change the fact that Yahweh Shai is in that brother. What did Yahweh Shai say? What you had done unto the least of me, you have done. What you had done unto the least of them, you have done unto me. So whatever you do to any brother, if he be of the elect, you doing unto Yahweh Shai. So we gotta serve one another, man. It's all about ministering, and that's showing your usefulness to Yahweh Shai. The Lord ain't gonna keep a nigga around. Well, first off, the Lord ain't gonna keep no nigga around in general, but the Lord not gonna keep somebody around that is not being servitude unto the body. It's all about being servitude, ministering unto the body, man. And then over due time, Lord will, you'll come to find your talents, which you're really good at. But that's the reason of you finding your talent, finding what you're good at is what? So you could be a better minister. You could be a better server unto the body. Bring out more understanding for the body. I want to get this. This is John 15 and verse 1. It says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. That's you not being useful. What's the point of having a branch if a branch ain't bringing forth no fruit? Then you got to get rid of it. It's pointless. It'll be useful for the fire. But it says, in every branch that bear fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. So if you are being useful unto Yahweh, what he's going to do is he's going to put that fire on you to bring out a more better version of you. That's the sufferings. As the scriptures say, John the Baptist said that he that cometh after me is greater than me, and he should baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. What's that fire? That fire is the chastening that brings forth like it says in Ecclesiastes 2. You know what I'm saying? 2 and 5. I think it's 2 and 5. Ecclesiastes 2 and 5 or 10 and 5, but I think it's 2 and 5. It says acceptable men in the front of adversity is like gold tried in the fire. So Lord put that fire on you to bring forth that perfect version of you, that complete version of you. And when you think about that, that's what Yahweh Shai had to go through. Hebrews 2, he was made captain of our salvation, perfect through sufferings. And it's like I'm trying to get used to. Let me get these scriptures for you, Akim, because I'm just quoting them, but I have a digital Bible in my hand right now. So let me get these scriptures for you, man. This Hebrews 2 and 10, it says, for it became him for whom of all things, which is Yahweh Shai, and by whom of all things in bringing many sons unto glory, which that goes into that. I think it's Isaiah 53. It pretty much goes into, it speaks about how this one soul he'll use to bruise. It pleased the Lord to bruise him. You know what I'm saying? Because by the soul he'll make a sin offering for all sins. That's Yahweh Shai. He's bringing many sons unto glory, dude, from his sacrifice. Without Yahweh Shai's sacrifice, we wouldn't be able to receive his understanding. Keep going. It says, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering. So Yahweh Shai is made complete, perfect through the sufferings. The sufferings are a necessity. That's going into what? That's going into that John 15. He purgeth it, because what is it purgeth it? In other words, he prunes the plant. Prunes it so it brings forth more fruit. What does pruning mean? Pruning means to pretty much get rid of or to cut off those things that are holding back the growth of the plant. It could be a dead, so whatever, like it says, cut off thy right hand if it offend thee. The Lord's going to put it in your spirit to do things to like Paul said, I'm going to pull it. I'm trying to get used to pulling these scriptures for you, Akim. It's like, yeah. It's 1 Corinthians 6 and 12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient, which means convenient. Yeah, you might be, certain stuff you'll come to find through your walk that this is not very convenient for your walk. It's not a sin, but it's just not convenient for your walk. And it says, all things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Exactly, because If you don't purge those things out, or like scripture say, cut off thy right hand if it offend thee, if you don't do things like that, it could lead to those things becoming rule over you. And that could cause you to fall out because now you're not being useful to the body. You're not being temperate. You're not abstaining from certain things for the beneficial of the body. You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to be baggage to the body. You want to be an asset to the body. That's taking a Roach approach, man. Right? This is let's get this Romans 12 and 1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the power, which is your reasonable service. Exactly. This is our reasonable service. What the scriptures say? I'm going to pull it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. It says, let us hear the whole conclusion of the whole matter. It's like, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Shai and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man. That's our reasonable service, man. Fear the Lord, keep his commandments. You know what I'm saying? That's going to lead to you giving your body up as a living sacrifice. And how do you do that? Ain't you sitting here, burning yourself, putting yourself on fire and going on the altar. No, it's giving your life, your time to Yahweh Bashim Shai. It's reciprocation. The Lord laid his life down for us. We got to lay our life down for him. And it's going to come to a physical aspect, like it says, some be beheaded, but we just talking about an aspect of what is your day-to-day time majority of it's going to. Is it going to Esau or is it going to Yahweh Shai? Now I want to jump down to right here, verse 4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we being many are one body in Hamashiach, and every one member one of another. So we all, make up the body Yahweh Shai. But when you think about a body don't have, it's not the same members, same body parts. It's not the same. Your toe is not the same as your finger, and your finger's not the same as your toe. Your finger's not the same as your eye, your eyelashes, hair, skin, whatever. Go on and so forth, right? It says, having then gifts differing according to the grace, the mercy that is given to us, whether prophesy, let us prophesy according to the portion of thy faith, or minister, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. And he that ruleth with diligence, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Let love be without dismutilation. Abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. Right? And it's pretty much going into those different offices that are within the body. You know what I'm saying? Even Ephesians talks about the office of apostles and evangelists, But nevertheless, right? Nevertheless, these offices are part of the body. And think about if one of these offices wasn't working properly. That could mess up the function of the body. Now, we know at the end of the day, a little leaven the whole lump. So if you're not doing your job in your office, the Lord will just replace you and get something, because he don't need that leaven in his cake, If you know what I mean. He don't need that leaven in it. He don't need that leaven in his bread. He need his bread unleavened, He need his cake unleavened, So don't get it twisted now. The Lord, he'll easily get rid of you. So to avoid him getting rid of you, of course, first and foremost, prayer. And at the end of the day, it's all up to the Lord if you're part of his number, but it's going to come with the mindset of being useful to him. What's your usefulness to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai? And I'll get this last one. Yeah, it's Matthew 25, verse 14. For the kingdom of heaven is a man traveling into a far country, who called his servants and delivered unto them his goods, right? And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he had received the 5 talents, went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he had received 2. He also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. So the Lord's like, I gave you these goods to go multiply my money. And instead of multiplying my money, you're being a burden to us. He multiplied it. He multiplied it. But you decided to hide it. It kind of made me think about if you watched that movie Friday, when Big Worm popped up, he was like, Smokey! Smokey! My money. Smoker's kind of money flipping over count again. He's like, he came back like, nigga better have my money. That's how you help my Shai is. You gotta understand, the Lord had to go on the cross for us to receive this understanding. So if you don't treat this understanding, this gift, this faith properly, you're a spit in the face to his sacrifice. So therefore, he gonna get rid of your ass because you're not being useful. He went on the cross, why? So he could go up to the right side of the Father and send down gifts. The first gift being with the Harachakwadash. They led on to more gifts. The faith then led on to, you growing in the gift that he gave that specific brother. But if you just taking that gift and just handle it any type of way, the Lord gonna handle you the way he see fit, which is gonna be destruction. Because you're not being useful to him. And let me keep reading though. It says, then he had received the 5 talents, went and traded with the same. We read that one. Verse 19, it says, after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckon with them, which is going to happen. Yahushua is going to come back, and that fig tree that he planted, he going to expect to see fruit. All right? And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou delivered unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I'll make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord, which is the kingdom. Salvation, the first resurrection. He also received 2 talents, came and said, Lord, thou delivered unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. A few things I will make, he said, since thou art faithful over a few things, I will make thee a ruler over many things. Enter down to the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thou art a hard man, so austere, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that. Lo, there thou hast that, it is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I was reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore had to put my money to exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto everyone that shall be given, and he shall have abundance, but from him that hath shall be taken away that even which he hath. And cast you unprofitable from into utter darkness, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And what's that? That's the destruction. Why? Because that servant wasn't being useful. He wasn't taking the Roach approach. He wasn't being useful to the Lord. So the Lord's like, I'm going to take what you have and I'm going to give it to him. And I'm going to have him multiply it because he's being useful. And I'm going to take you and put you where it's gnashing in teeth, which is the lake of fire. So yeah, man, Lord willing, this is edifying through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. I didn't want to be too long, but I just wanted to go into the spirit what the elders said, man. You got to take when it comes to this ministry, take the Roach approach, man. And of course, a lot of you new brothers don't have a talent. It's like you do have a talent, the Lord hasn't revealed it unto you yet. So focus on being a minister, because that's the bare line. Like, at least you got to be in a ministry. At least if you can't minister, you can't be in the ministry. It's called a ministry. You got to be in a ministry, man. So Lord is edifying, man. I'm saying call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Rakakodash. When they get that by honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, to y'all, I'm going to say shalom, man.